Boy, I had to play that one out to the very end. Even though it was a pull-up. I'm still getting goosebumps. Magic City by, of course, Mark Myrie, the Gargamel, Buju the Banton, and we all must have gotten the great news by now that the Gargamel is indeed in Miami, Florida. He has gotten back apparently his visa, his work. Not apparently, because he's there. He's gotten it back, and so we are just so thankful that it should have happened in this way, as we saw, a live by DJ Khalid, that really presented, and some persons were like, "Is this for real? Is this a joke? What is this though?" So we just give thanks for the vibration. All right. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We are in the Conscious Reggae Party Hour. Yay! Yay!
Fire Friday.
It's a Fire Friday. I see. Welcome to my host, Sharon Ushin Chambers, and of course, Oli Matata, out of, I think where is she, in Atlanta now, or is she
she
in
was coming back.
Oklahoma?
Where are you?
Selma. I'm in Selma.
Alabama. Hi, Oli.
Yes, Selma,
Greetings.
Alabama.
Yes, welcome. It's African Liberation Month. And we got to celebrate.
Amanda.
Yes, we got to celebrate in a huge way. You know how we stay. And because Roots FM was actually born on African Liberation Day, which is the 25th. So you don't know how we stay. We're just excited. We're just excited about all of that. So welcome, Oli. Welcome, Sharon. I think I also saw.
Yes, and don't forget, it's also Malcolm X's birthday, too.
Malcolm X's birthday is on the 17th, right? The 17th?
Oh, yeah.
Of May? Yeah, I think it's the 17th of May. So we want to make sure that's next week. When is that? Week after next Friday. We got to do a whole, show on that as well. Incorporate that in our Conscious Reggae Party as well. Oli, why am I seeing a picture of you and not seeing your beautiful face straight up?
I'm getting ready. It's been a slow start, but you'll see me soon.
All right.
Me have to bashi and mashi off. No, I'm just joking.
So Roots
it's Flash Forward Friday.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Here's something else.
Just
so we want to welcome
Aziza.
First of all.
Aziza's on with me.
First of all, we want to say, blessed morning to our fabulous sisters who are absolutely coming out of, where are they coming out of? Mama Africa, Tanzania with Azizi Angola, and Levani.
Mama Africa.
Mama Africa.
Mama Africa.
Mama. I would turn singer. Remember, last week I said, that I wanted to be a singer. So thanks for encouraging me. Sharon and I have a duo going on. We're going to be doing some rehearsals. So thank you, Oli.
Yeah. I'm going to be doing the backing vocals. Don't
wonderful.
worry.
So it's going to be on that label. So I see you're vibing with us then. I love it.
Yes. I've been working on my flow. All
right, my sister Queen. And of course, then we can look forward to the Ungala Festival in Tanzania later on this year. We welcome you, Azizi. Is Levani on as well? Kennedy? Royal Root Studio?
Yes.
Who's on? Greetings, my sisters. Not hearing you. Can you unmute your mics?
Can you hear me? This is Aziza. Greetings from Tanzania.
Hey! And this is Isis and Sharon from Jamaica. And of course, we can't leave out Sister Queen.
And Oli Mata in Selma from the Gambia.
Yeah. And Jamaica. Don't leave out Jamaica now. Don't do that.
And Jamaica. And the ATL.
Yeah, and the ATL. You might as well list all.
It's connecting.
Right. So, greetings, my sister. It's so good to have you. What a wonderful way, all my sisters, to start the African Liberation Month. This is so empowering, and this means so much to me. There's so many connections, for this month. It's Child Month. They say here in Jamaica, it's Mental Health Awareness Month here in Jamaica. As I said, African Liberation Month. It's Mother's Month. So Mother's Day comes up as well. And my mom, also born on May the 16th. So to me, this month is just Roots FM born also May.
Yes.
So it's a very, very, very spiritual, powerful month. So let's get it together. Lavonia, are you on?
Yes, I'm here. Blessing love to
Hey,
everyone.
greetings, 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 my
Hey, ma'am.
sisters. This feels so
Yes,
good. You know what I realized? That all my guests today are queens. All of them. I don't know. It wasn't intentional. Well, maybe it was.
It was
It was, right, Sharon? Yeah, for sure. So we're going to
indeed
go straight to Lavoni, who is
technology.
a beautiful sister that we've kind of how should we put it, known each other over the years, because she, of course, was watching and listening to Rootsology over the years, and I wasn't really fully aware until we came together, just recently seen each other face to face, and it was such a spiritual process, you know, and I have gotten it involved with her in so many different ways when it comes on to the music, when it comes on to promotions. She's just involved in so many different ways. So I'm going to have her start off with, of course, she's the owner and producer of Royal Root Studio. She's a concert creator. She's a producer, a manager, artist management. The list goes on. So we're going to start out with you first, my sister, author. Can't leave out author. Poet. So greetings, my sister. Welcome once again. Talk to us
yes,
about.
Greetings, greetings. First of all, I just want to pay respects to all of you that's here right now. Oshan, I haven't seen you since 2018 with Big Stone. It's been a long time. I want to send love. Aziza, I miss you. Tanzania, here we come. Yes, and Mama Denise, like she said, I've been listening to her for a long time, and she wasn't aware of it. And I've been so inspired by you also, Sharon, when it comes to poetry and the books and things like that.
Right.
I was very inspired. And also, Mama Denise, you inspired me a lot, you know, and it was a very, very touching moment when I finally met you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a beautiful thing going on right now. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just beautiful. I'm lost for words. I'm so excited.
Yeah, and that's not like you too. And we also want to acknowledge Oli Matatal, who is now in Selma, Alabama, very powerful journalist and publicist and host, who took myself and Sharon Oshun to Africa for the first time in 2014 to the Gambia.
Wow.
Yeah, so she's one of our co-hosts as well. Yes.
Yes, greetings, Empress. Greetings. Yes,
Yes, greetings, sister. Greetings, queen.
Mm-hmm. Yes, So mm-hmm. a little bit about Raw Roots. Raw Roots, the way it started through listening to reggae music and trying to pay homage back to the founders of reggae music, similar to what Aziza, what Remy Ungala. These are the foundation that paved the way for us. And it led me in a direction to want to do the right thing by just listening to the messages in the music. So I so appreciate that. So I wanted to find a way to give something back to the upcoming artists, because I've seen a lot of artists struggling, trying to find a way to put the music on the radio and things like that. And I started out with Ghana. Ghana was the first one I started out with. Now we based in 42 countries, promoting music from Raw Roots Southeast Asia Entertainment out of Boracay Island, Philippines. We working with Aziza there with the Ungala Festival in Tanzania. We also have the Reggae Vibe Show Culture Festival in Tanzania. We did for a couple of years. So it's so much. I don't even know where to start, honest, to tell you the truth. I'm just trying to give you a little bit by bits and pieces. So it's all about me making the connections.
Yeah,
because
big time.
We all need to come together because we all are one. Mm-hmm. And just standing on everything that I believe in and about Africa. When I got there, I couldn't. It was just. See, y'all got me ready to cry already.
Yeah, it's very emotional though.
I was promising myself I'm not gonna cry. But, it's just a beautiful thing that's happening now.
Yes.
And like I said, it's so much. It's so much. I just wanted to make the connection because it's so important that all of us come together and work together with each other to bring something beautiful and let some other young ladies that's looking for direction see what we doing.
That's right.
And be inspired about what we doing and want to do something better to uplift the next generation. So that's what it's all about, you know?
Yeah. And you keep mentioning as well, Lavoni, that, you know, this is a special time. Even this particular interview where we all come together, Sharon Ashun, Azizi, yourself, and also Oli Makatal, that we should come together as women. And we have, you know, for African Liberation Month, and, you know, to think that what our duties are and what our goals are for this year, 2024, as we move into the continent, you know, and on the continent, with a powerhouse of women and a powerhouse of ideas and absolutely a powerhouse of artists who are going to be a part of this outstanding festival in Tanzania, and others as well. But of course, Aziza is on Golo Festival, and we want to speak to her now about this, being the host of this festival and the origins of this very powerful music festival. Greetings, my sister. Welcome once again.
Greetings. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
Yeah, like Sister Levoni, I'm like, where do I start? But I feel like this is like a very special moment for me because you know, being born and raised in Africa, yeah, I did live in the UK for 12 years, but then I decided to come back home. I didn't really have much of a connection to, I would say, the rest of the diaspora as I have started to gain. And I feel like there is something happening. There is a change taking place. And I feel so blessed to have met Levoni. And now meeting all you other ladies, I really feel like this is, it's not by coincidence. And I feel like we are now at the forefront of something very special that is actually happening on the continent. But I think spiritually, it's probably happening at a level where we are all sort of receiving the message.
Yes.
And so I just feel very, very honored. My story, just to put it in a nutshell,
Please.
My father was a very established musician in Tanzania, but originally he was from Congo. So he lost his mom at a very young age. And in Congo, he was on the streets, and him and his friend were making instruments, and he finally got a gig at a local bar. And eventually, at the time in the 60s and 70s, there was a huge live music scene that was happening in Tanzania where it was bringing a lot of artists from around Africa, but specifically Congo. And they had these huge bands, 12-piece orchestras, and the music was amazing. And at this time, there was actually no recording industry in Tanzania. So everything was live. So my dad was actually brought in when one of these big bands, their lead singer had actually passed. So one of the Congolese guys went back to Congo to find another musician, and that musician happened to be my father. At the time, he was a drummer, but then because he was so good at writing music, he was actually an all-rounder musically. And then eventually he started his own band, and he blew up in Tanzania. And this is obviously at a time where, you know, there were hardly any roads, no internet, and he was actually a foreigner, but he really, really, through his conscious writing, I should say, he would say he was a social commentator. So he wrote about, like, his first album was called Songs of the Poor Man. So he wrote about real struggles and real issues that all Africans could relate to. I would say all people could relate to.
Right.
And I think this was how he won over the Tanzanian people. And so he became very, very famous. And so when he passed in 2010, which is over 10 years ago now, there was this huge legacy that was left behind. And at the time I had small kids, you know, that was my main focus. And I just thought, okay, I have to do something with this legacy. And so the festival was born. And at first it wasn't called Ongala Music Festival. It was actually called Ubongo. And that's basically a play on the word, because my dad would say his music was Ubongo. Ubongo means brain in Kiswahili. So brain music, thinking music.
Wow. Okay, I think Azizi froze for a moment
And
there.
but then eventually,
Oh, okay.
in 28 musicians like my father,
Mm-hmm.
you know, not trapped in this sort of mainstream field of music, and they're
Yes.
willing to, to experiment. They're willing to break the rules, and they're willing to sing about real stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And also because when we eventually had a recording industry in Tanzania, which was probably by the 80s, we lost a lot of the live music because people were now able to record from their rooms. So we
Right.
lost a lot of substance, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
because now, we have something called bongo flavor, which is really like pop, but just done in Kiswahili. Um, so, we there's a lot of dilution of our culture and our heritage. So for me, it was important to create a platform that actually consciously and deliberately wanted to curate acts with a strong connection to their culture and heritage, because we feel that this is something that we as Africans have to deliberately work hard at preserving, and also telling our own stories and not having other people coming and telling our stories for
That's
us.
right.
And so that was the platform on Gala Music platform. So a lot of the artists that attend are from the region, but we have international artists coming through, and we are very much open for partnerships and collaborations because we feel that that is actually what it's all about. A festival is not a one-man show.
That's
It's
right.
a coming together of many different elements. So yeah, so it's a young festival, I would say.
How old now?
We've
How
been,
old now, Azizi? How old is the
so
festival?
we've this year will be our sixth edition.
Okay.
So I don't know if that constitute young or not, but in terms
Not
of
really.
not really, yeah. Well, I guess I can't use that as an excuse for too long. For me, it's like, oh my God, we've actually done sixth edition. It's been tough. It's been very, very tough because we're not, sexy in that sense.
Right.
We're here for the real people.
Mm-hmm.
And so commercially, it's been tough, but anything worthwhile is going to be tough. So
That's it.
we're pushing, and I'm so happy to have this connection with you ladies.
Right. For sure. Thank you so much. Give us a little bit more details about the format of the festival. Is it is a
Yes.
couple days because it's a festival, or how does it work? And who are some of the artists
So
that
usually, it's a beach festival, and
Mhm.
it's usually a 3-day event. Actually, this year we're going to do 2 days for the very first time because we're having to now sort of stay alive in a nutshell.
Right.
Because it has been very, very tough trying to raise money to support the kind of artists and the kind of message we're pushing. It's not, the kind of commercial thing and we're very, very affordable, and it's a festival for Tanzanians, for the locals, but also for people who want to be part of this movement.
Yes.
And this year we are actually going to be collaborating with Royal Roots and looking at some workshops, which is about bringing African and diaspora artists together and seeing if we can do some kind of cultural exchange, because I know we have so much more in common than we don't.
That's right.
So workshops are a huge part of the festival. We are constantly doing many, many different types of workshops and collaborations throughout the 3 days. We're on the beach. We usually have a huge campsite. And apart from workshops, live music, we also have an artisan market, we have vendors. So we're also trying to promote different
Beautiful.
things. So it's not just live music, but we also like to promote visual arts, performing arts. Dance is a big thing in Tanzania and in most African cultures. So we also like to, show the different kind of dance that have developed over the years. And we don't have anything, we don't have a problem with new things. As a matter of fact, I really, really like fusion, which is the coming together of traditional music and modern music, and meeting somewhere in the middle. So we're actually open to most things. We're sort of not putting ourselves in a box, but what we're saying is that we want to respect and preserve our culture and history. And through that, we want to promote that with the young generation.
Right. My co-host, of course,
generation, because in Tanzania we find that there's a huge disconnect between the older musicians and the upcoming ones.
Right. Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah. No, I was going to say, I'm sorry I cut you, but I think you froze for a moment. But I was going to ask
Yes.
my co-host Oli Matata or Sharon or Shun if they have any statements or questions before we. Oh, by the way, one other thing before I pass on to them. What about is there a particular theme already for this year, October? The theme.
So the theme for this year, I think this is the theme, like basically is just coming together with the diaspora.
Okay,
and
that link.
Coming home and being part of, I guess it could be homecoming.
Right.
But that's very important, because even though my father was originally Congolese, he did naturalize to become Tanzanian.
Ah.
But to him, he would say that he was African before he was anything else. So it didn't matter whether you're Tanzanian or Zimbabwe.
That's right.
He was African. And
Love
I
that.
feel like that is the real essence of what he advocated for, was that we are Africans and we need to be proud of where we're from. We need to remember who we are, and we need to celebrate that. So
Beautiful. Sharon or Oli, any statements or questions for Lavoni or Azizi regarding
Yeah,
Yes. I would love to
Wait,
say.
hold on a second. Both of you are speaking at the same time, so I know, and I want to talk too because it's so exciting. So it might be three of us speaking at the same time. Go ahead.
Shun, go ahead.
Beauty. I would love to go quickly because I don't always remember everything I said, but I wrote everything down. Collaborating with universities is wonderful. Of course, cultural groups within the diaspora.
Yeah.
It's great for the homecoming. And also, with Gambia and Kora music would be a great collaboration, and drum circles. Drum circles are all over the world. Including the Americas. So it'd be great to have drum circles. We have a prominent one here in Jamaica. We'd love to come and celebrate with you. Our drum circle is dance. We teach dance. People dance and they also drum. So drum circles are great export. So we're going to need to start early to get sponsorship. And in the diaspora, culture sells. And so we want to look to people like Oimato, who's right now in America, to look to universities that want to link culturally. So let's hear what Oli has to say.
Absolutely. Thanks for that, Ashun. Thank you so much. Valid point. Love the drum circle.
And thank you, Empress Isis. I want to first say blessings to the two sisters. I know what it takes to run a festival, because my father as well. As I listen to your story, I'm smiling and I feel joyful in my heart. Your story is like my story. And my father is from the Gambia and my mother is from Tuskegee, Alabama. And I too have been living in the United States, Jamaica, and Africa for my life. I've lived a transcontinental lifestyle. And like Queen Isis and Ocean said, that I took them to the Gambia with about 29 other Jamaicans, including Sizzla Kalonji, Muta Baruka, and other musicians for the International Roots Homecoming Festival that my father was a founder of. And it began actually in 1996, and it continued on. The last one was in 2015, which we, and the one we went to the one before that. So I want to commend you all and just say that it's hard work, but it's something that we must do, because we have to create unity onto Africa, on Africans on the continent and Africans in the diaspora. And that's what these festivals do. And then also to use music and arts and culture as a tool to liberate our people, to be a voice for the voiceless, and to heal ourselves from thousands and thousands of years of oppression from different races of people. That music is what we use as a gel to heal our souls and our grievances and our pains, but also to motivate us for the future. We see what's going on right now in Palestine. We see what's going on with Congo. We see what's going on in Sudan. We see what's going on in our own countries when it comes to oppression. So again, I want to definitely celebrate what you all are doing and just tell you that anything that you need on my end, I offer that assistance. Coming from the Gambia, my grandfather is also Senegalese, so I'm a Senegambian. And we have access to the culture, the artists. If you need help with trying to raise funds, sponsorship, like I said, anything that we can do to bring West Africa to the table, we'll do that. But I also want to say that my godfather, Geronimo Jajaga Pratt, Tanzania was his home, and he was one of the members and founding fathers of the Black Panther Party. He was a political prisoner for 27 years. Johnny Cochran was his lawyer. Him and Nahanda lived in Tanzania for many, many years. Tanzania is a home for many repatriates as a result of Geronimo Jajaga Pratt, and who was in exile. Nahanda was in exile in Tanzania, the same way that Assata Shakur is in exile in Cuba. So Tanzania has always been a centerpiece and a focal point for African revolution, Black liberation, period. Even during the Corona, Tanzania president was the only president he did. He tested a cow. He tested a shoe. I don't know what else he tested. All those tests were arbitrary. Y'all remember?
Yes.
Y'all remember?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So I just want to say that we are with you, sisters, and we love you. And anything that we can do, just let us know. I want to be in Tanzania.
Yes.
I would love to bring a delegation from Selma, from Atlanta, from Gambia, from Jamaica. Let's all head to Tanzania and bring you back to Senegal as well.
Wow, powerful. I'm just getting constant goosebumps. I'm just a constant goosebump recipient to the whole program. Lavoni.
Wow.
Thank you, Oli. Lavoni, you know, my sister, bless you. You're a nucleus. You know, you're so similar to myself because I represent the connectivity as well in what I do. And you are doing the same thing, connectivity, you know, in a major way. All of us, as a matter of fact, Oli, Oshun, all of us are of that ilk. So, you know, I really want to bless you up once again for, making this happen, linking the connectivity. Again, you know, Royal Root Studio, you know, the work that you do. You're in Ghana right now. And before I will not forget the fact that you're going to be installed as a Queen Mother. Talk to us about that. That's why you're there right now. When will it happen in August?
Queen Mother of Accra, Ghana. I will be crowned in August. So I'm leaving Sunday to go back to the US, and then I'll be coming to you guys again. So we got it going on now in the pipeline. And they just called me this morning, and I went down. They want to see if Sizzler will accompany me here into Ghana for it. So I spoke with Sizzler. He was in Barbados, leaving Barbados, coming back into
in Barbados. And he did an outstanding performance.
He told me I called him right on time.
Oh, he was
He was awesome in Barbados. And I must mention, as you mentioned, Sizzler Kalanji, Oli Matatal over several years, from even that time when he went to Gambia, has worked with Sizzler Kalanji, has done publicity and so forth for Sizzler Kalanji as well in that era, for sure. Yeah, so everybody's connecting.
Yes, sir. And he got a whole album coming out with 52 songs, blessing up every country in Africa.
I heard about that.
Yeah, so that actually, the album was birthed in the Gambia. Let me just say that. It's actually not 52, it's 54 because it's 54 countries.
Yes.
So he has 54, and he has more songs because he has a whole lot of songs dedicated to the Gambia, because the Gambia is the first country that he performed in. It's not the first country he visited, but it's the first country he performed in. And just like Bob Marley, he did the same thing. His first show, he wasn't booked as an artist. No, sir. This man decided he was going to go over there and organize his whole own show. And so we connected with a local promoter, and they sent me ahead to do the groundwork. But Sizzler wasn't playing. He was like, I'm going to Africa and I'm going to organize my own show. I'm not waiting for nobody to book me.
That's it. That is it.
And bring myself to Africa and organize my show for
That's
the
right.
people.
That's right.
And that's the best thing, because I also came to Jamaica this recently to see him, because we invite him to Uganda to sit with the royal kings of Africa. Also, Dumbai now is part of it. All the queens coming from Africa and around the world, all the kings, all the chiefdoms will be in Uganda. And Sizzler was the special invite to be escorted there to Uganda. Also, now they're coming in and want to invite the opposition leader, Golden,
Mark
and the
Golden.
Prime Minister of Jamaica. So I'm coming back in to do that deed and to bring them into Uganda.
Right.
Yes.
And also we want to mention that this month, as we acknowledge African Liberation Month, with Lavoni coming in and others coming in, we're going to be doing a launch, the Conscious Reggae Party, in association with the Roots, your label, Royal Roots label, and also with the Angola. We're going to do a collaboration of a launch, so persons can be aware. I won't say yet where I'm confirming, because it has a little bit more information to go through, and we want to be launching at the end of this month. Livoni comes in on the 25th, African Liberation Day, and then we should have it about a couple of days after that. But this launch will be to highlight the things that are going to be happening in August, in October, and also how people can participate. So we're going to be inviting people to. We're going to have a booth there at this launch, so representatives can say, okay, this is how you can do it, and who knows, maybe we could have a charter, depending on how many people are going to want to go. So this is all a part of the process as well that we've been talking about behind the scenes. And as I said, we won't say exactly the venue, but we will be doing a launch for this whole homecoming. Right, Oli, right, Aziza, right, Lavoni, right, Sharon, for another homecoming
Can we
to
get
Africa.
dates again? Can y'all give dates again for all the listeners?
What was that, Oli?
The date for the festival. Can we get the date for the
Azizi?
festival again?
Azizi, can you do that?
Yes. So
Honor.
this year we're happening in October, so the 12th of October and the 13th of October.
So it's 2
So we're
days.
keeping it to 2 days, but hopefully next year we'll go back to 3 days. But it's a beach festival. We have workshops, we have an artisan market, we have a campsite. We have, after the live music, we have DJ sets, we have drumming and bonfire on the beach, which is a whole different experience altogether. So everybody is welcome. We need to be telling our own stories. We need to be responsible for our own future. And I just feel very, very blessed. And I'm happy that I hanged in there, because it seems like, we're all fighting the same battles. And we do this, for me, I do this not necessarily because I want to do it, but I feel like it's a calling, and I wouldn't be happy doing anything else.
That's right.
And I feel like I
Powerful.
could probably share that with all you ladies as well.
Yes. We feel the energy, we feel the vibrations, and we just have to, we don't have a choice right now either. We have to commit. We have to empower. We have to sponsor. We're and you know what is amazing though, as well, is where we're located. I mean, how we're located. Oli Matata is in Selma, Alabama right now. She just came back from Atlanta, and then before that, New York, and then she's heading to Gambia. All right, check that out. That's one person. Lavoni's another one. Was just in Jamaica, right? In the States, and then heading back to Jamaica. Azize, boy, would love to have you in Jamaica, man, for the launch of
I would love to. I'm waiting for the invite.
Okay.
Actually, you don't have to invite me. I'm coming.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't need no invitation, man, right? And Ashun Sharon in Jamaica, she and I'm in Kingston for the most part. She is, of course, in I'm going to say Negroes / Hanover, right? So you see how we are
just got back
poised?
from Atlanta.
And just got back from Atlanta. Isn't that amazing, though?
I want to say there's a pattern.
Yes.
And the pattern is that we are, knowing or unknowing, recreating the Mahafa. We're recreating the Middle Passage. We are going home. We are returning.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes. That is it.
And we are making ourselves and our spirit and our connection felt wherever we go, and especially when we return to the continent to help build and build.
Right, Lavoni. The dates for your installment is in August. Give us those dates, and there the other event in October as well. Give us those dates if you have them, please.
Yes, it's the beginning of August. The whole Ghana will be celebrating the festival of Homework Festival, and
what kind of festival? Festival of what?
It's called Homework.
Oh, Homework. Interesting.
That's what America call it, but Ghana got their own way of calling it.
Right.
That's the beginning of August. We have something. I'm gonna be there in Tanzania. Hopefully, I see everybody there. All you guys will be there for the Ungala Festival. It was an amazing experience last year when I walked into the Ungala Festival. And I said, this have to be everywhere, Aziza. This have to be everywhere. Yeah. People need to know about this, because the feeling that I got when I returned home to Tanzania, it was different, amazing, So you must be there. Sharon, y'all must be there. You must
we will be there. My husband is being installed in Kenya, and then they're going to Tanzania. It won't be the 11th or 12th, later on, but we're coming to see Aziza.
Okay, all right. Yes, I.
Karibuni sana. Karibuni.
And we have something coming up in Uganda also for a show. It's November 23rd. I can't tell you exactly who it is, but it's big. It's big, happening in Uganda.
Right.
I also have another show happening in Nigeria in December, and then we're leaving from Nigeria back into Ghana to do a media and a club tour in Ghana. I also produce club tours too, all around Africa.
You know what it looks like to me? It looks like as of August, we just need to stay on the continent, right? Back on
Yes, I. For real.
Okay, at this time I have Empress Mitzi Williams on the line. And of course, she's a communications manager with the Bob and Rita Marley Foundation. We welcome her. There's so many wonderful things that the foundation is doing. In particular, I have to say, working with the Mustard Seed community, and also, in particular, Mary's Child. But they do a lot of work internationally, so I welcome. And, of course, Sister Empress Mitzi fits in so beautiful in this conversation. Greetings, Queen.
Greetings, my sister. Greetings, Queens. You're hearing me good, sis?
Yes. Everybody else.
I don't think she's on. I don't think she's on.
No, she's not on Zoom. She's on the telephone. So listen keenly as she speaks about the foundation. All right, I'll click the switch. Go ahead, Sister Mitzi, and welcome.
Give thanks. Give thanks. It's so wonderful to be here. I was hearing the Queens before, and it sounds beautiful. Our mission now is really home, Africa, the motherland,
Absolutely.
So we give thanks. We give thanks to hear all the work that's going on. I hope I'll know when these things happening on the ground here, sis. Make sure you keep me up to date with what's going on.
It's FM Radio 96.1.
Tell her again, Sharon.
Hey, that's right. That's right. Right here on 96.1 FM band.
You got that?
Give thanks.
Yes. Go right ahead, sis. Yes. Now, outstanding work by the foundations. Oh my gosh. And they're combined now, Bob and Rita Foundation. As a matter of fact, Oli Matata, who you know very well, just was mentioning Bob about a connection that's happening in Tanzania by the Ungala Festival, a gentleman, Rastaman, who was just so outstanding in coming from Congo to Tanzania in the work that he was doing musically. And of course, we know that Bob definitely went to Zimbabwe, right? Yeah, took up
Yes.
himself and went there and just put on his own show. And of course, this was also made a reference to Sizzler Kalonji as well, who did the same thing when he went to the continent.
Right.
Go right ahead.
You know, it's so funny. It's so funny, sis, because my son Michael went to Gabon between like the end of December to early January, and they were so excited there because they remembered a lot of the elders. They remembered Bob's coming, and we're so happy to see him coming there as a young Rastaman. Coming to just live amongst the people for a while. So it was a good
Right.
experience. It was a real good experience for him as a young Rastaman. They really saw him as almost like Bob's son coming forward to Gabon.
What was his mission though, Sister Mitzi?
He does a lot of plant medicine work, so it takes him to different places.
You know I'm gonna have to have him on soon. I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna have him on already.
All right, I'll let you know because you remember he used to present on the children's program on Roots way back in the day. Remember?
Of course.
That was such a long time ago.
Yeah, but now we're ready again. Yeah, we're ready again. We're good to
Yes,
go.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So Bob and Rita Marley Foundations, as you said earlier, they are now merged to do the work in a more collaborative kind of way, and their missions are very similar, and it's really about the preservation of the legacies of both Bob and Rita and the work that they have been doing, especially, the Rita Marley Foundation, as you know, has done work as far as Ghana. So her foundation has been outside of, but Bob's foundation is really focused on Jamaica. But we have merged the work and the projects with both foundations now.
Is before you continue, and I know my guest also might want to ask a question or two before we end. Is there still work being done in Ghana with regards to Sister Rita Foundation?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
After she got sick and had to, she's now based in the US, I don't think work has continued there. Not to my knowledge, at least.
Okay, and you would know, of course. Yes. Go right ahead,
Yeah,
sis.
I think we would know. Yeah, so you were speaking specifically of Mary's Child, that I know is one of your babies as well.
Yeah, I mean, Mustard Seed, as you know, is our parent company at Roots FM, but Mary's Child is my personal charity, so I get very emotional about that. When you have done some major work, talk to us about that and other work that you have done outside of Mustard Seed communities.
Okay, so the scope of that project was really to refurbish the kitchen.
Yes.
And that was just to make it a more comfortable space and conducive to what the children need in terms of their culinary arts at an examination level, because it's a home and like that. The kitchen has to be of a certain standard for the girls to be able to do their food and nutrition course.
Of course.
So so that was our last project with them. We replaced the cupboards and all of the equipment in their kitchen appliances, fridge, stove, deep freeze, microwaves.
Awesome.
We replaced the windows and floor tiles. So that was one of the big projects that we completed for last year. And maybe our biggest project for the year, apart from the Bob Marley birthday, is maybe the biggest activity. But I think our biggest project for the year annually is Marley for Education. Because that one really, Marley for Education is really a project that awards scholarships to students from basic to university. And that one we start taking in applications by early July, and it awards scholarships to like over 400 children, and really continues a tradition.
Well, Mitzi, I was not aware. I wasn't aware of this. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
It really is. A lot of the work that the Bob Marley Foundation does formalize the work that Bob Marley did. Because Bob Marley started a tradition of giving. I remember as a young woman driving past 56 Hope Road, and that yard would be full of people, like they're keeping a show over there.
Yeah, and not only the yard, There was a line. I remember out there, it was a young woman.
Yes.
There was a line outside
Yes,
also
yes,
leading
yes.
into to Hope Road,
Yes.
and he was giving out
So
money.
Oh,
precisely.
wow.
So back to school was
Mm.
big for Bob, and it had to do with Trenchtown, it had to do with 9 Miles, but no, we have broadened the scope, and it's right across the corporate area, especially, and of course, 9 Miles is very special to us. So we do a lot of work with the 9 Miles community. Sentan 9 Miles
9 Mile
community.
Sentan,
So
right? Mm-hmm.
yeah, so Mali for education. Last year, I must tell you that one of our biggest projects last year, something that we're in the phase 2 part of it now, was our partnership with Victoria Jubilee Hospital, because Victoria Jubilee Hospital unfortunately came into the news negatively
Yes.
because the loss of lives of some babies. But
Oh, it's horrible. Yeah, I remember that.
so we really kind of got in there because Sidela Marlena, who is our CEO, she's the CEO of the group of companies, but Sidela really has her ears on the ground,
Yes.
and she's in the newspaper every single morning to see what's going on.
To check out,
I'm
what's
not
happening, right?
joking. To see
I
what's
believe you.
happening and to see what we can assist with. So, she saw this thing, and then we got a needs list from the hospital, and it just went on with us donating medical equipment, and we're going into phase 2 of it to make sure that it's complete. It will help to reduce the challenges of infection prevention and control at the hospital,
Oh yes.
and
Oh
just
yes.
improving generally the standards of maternal health, because the motto of that hospital is the birthplace of a nation, and
Ah.
it is.
Yes.
If we think of how many people come
Born
out of
there.
that maternity
Where you
hospital,
born?
and
Jubilee.
it doesn't only cater to Jamaica, but to the Caribbean as well.
Jubilee
So
has an amazing culture and of its
of
own
course,
legacy and a story.
of course,
Yes.
of course, of course. So that's one of the bigger projects that we did last year, and phase 2 of it now, which is also something wonderful, is that I don't.
I know.
I think we might have lost her.
No, she's still on there, but
No,
she's at a
no,
site
I'm
visit.
on.
So she's okay. Go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
Hearing me, Isis?
Yeah, hearing you now. Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So Leon Edwards is actually a Jamaican from Spanish Town, but he's now an English professional, martial arts boxer. He's actually the UFC champion, welterweight champion, and he has stepped forward to complete the phase 2 of the Victoria Jubilee project
Wow.
to give the rest of the equipment that is needed there. So it's just a matter, we're just waiting for him now, because the equipment has already been purchased and handed over to the hospital, and the relevant personnel trained in the use of the equipment. And we're just waiting for him to come to Jamaica to have the formal handing over.
I'm going to pinch myself or blame myself. I should have had you on more often, because there's so many projects that most people aren't aware of. And some huge projects as well that are happening, and people need to know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we have to.
Big.
Yeah. And I know, as I said, maybe we only have about a couple minutes left, 5 minutes or so. But I'm going to have my sisters, anyone who wants to ask a question or make a statement. But can you give the date? You said the Mali education.
Mali for education.
Mali for education. That's going to be July is when people can start applying, right?
Yeah. Right.
So
we would encourage people to go on the
website,
the Bob Marley Foundation website.
Right.
And all the information is there in the education portal. So they will find exactly how to apply and what is needed, because everything is done online. All applications are submitted online, and then we have a process where we go through to select successful applicants, In the past, Isis, to be honest with you, we have really, really tried to make sure that everybody is successful. And the focus is not to award necessarily award children who are doing excellently, but to provide an opportunity for children who are not doing very well
Ah,
to be able
beautiful.
to pick up,
Yeah.
in relation
That's
their
unusual.
academic
Beautiful.
performance.
Yeah.
So that's
Yes.
really the ones we try to, and
I
we
do
also
have
give.
a quick question. Can you give the website information right quick so that people can go to the website and apply for the scholarships?
It's www.bobmarleyfoundation.com.
Say that again,
All
Mitzi,
right,
and say it
thank you.
slower, for the listeners.
It's www.bobmarleyfoundation.com.
All right, great. My sisters, we have Oli Matata, who is in the States, and
Greetings,
Alabama.
Oli. Oli is such a queen, I'm telling you, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of her. I follow everything that she does just to feel good about it. Just to feel good. Honestly. Oli can give me a feel good. She can give me a feel good moment in a minute.
Yeah, we love you,
Trust me.
Missy.
I'm saying,
Thanks. Isis, through you, is there a new?
This woman is like shit. It's like you have lived a million lives in one lifetime, girl.
It's true. She has so much. Whoa.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So
Is there a newsletter, Mitzi?
All right. So go ahead.
Go ahead, Ocean. What was your question?
Is there a newsletter that we can receive in our emails just to give us a weekly or monthly update on the Bob Marley Foundation? There's so much that you're doing.
That's a really good question, because we do an annual, what we call a magazine or an annual report. So it's really something that we could circulate online. We have it most times in physical form, but I don't think we have any more printed right now. But certainly that's something that we can share.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
It covers all of our activities annually, Yeah.
Oh yeah, that needs to be shared.
Definitely something we can share, but I don't really get to touch on a lot of things, Isis. So feel free anytime you have the time again, so that we can talk a little bit more. Fidela is very passionate about female football, so
yes,
we don't really work with the reggae girls so much anymore.
Right.
She has a football initiative called Football is Freedom.
Yes, I heard that.
Because Bob was so passionate about football himself. So it's really helping young girls to get the kind of support and the funding that they need, to be able to play football. We have camps every now and then, and we bring down qualified coaches who are really helping them to build their craft in relation to football. And it also opens them up to get football scholarships abroad if they're qualified. It is a very, very solid program, so we can talk about it when you have the time one day.
Of course, I'm ready. Yeah, man, I'm ready, man. And if you don't hear from me, because sometimes the programs are so loaded, just send me a text. Please. Yeah, man, I'm ready.
So next week, I just wanted to know, next week we have Read Across Jamaica, which is a very big thing, because it really helps to open up our students to reading again. Last year, I was blown away when I went to the library at Tom Redcombe. That's where we did our activity. We had former ambassador to the U.S., Pamela Bridgewater, as one of our guest readers. Sidela came down. So we're really trying to get into the Read Across Jamaica activity solidly. So next week, Tuesday, for Read Across Jamaica Day, we're going to be bringing in some of our basic school students from Holy Trinity and St. Isaac to Tough Gong to read to them and just have a good day. Let them tour the facility and get to know about Tough Gong a little bit more. But that's our next activity, Read Across Jamaica.
Boy, Mitzi, you're good, Mitzi, you're getting a whole heap of things doing,
Yeah, I'm trying.
All right, guys, in another 3 minutes, I have a time signal, and you guys, we can do our thank yous after. But Sharon, Oli, Lavoni, Azizi, any questions, quick questions? Seconds we have. Sorry.
Yes.
Please repeat. I didn't have you up.
All of you for doing what you're doing. I didn't have you up. To make things work, to uplift our people in the community, So I just want to take my hats off to all of you, because if it wasn't for To all of you. Meeting Aziza, Mama Isis. I was inspired by all of you, and now these new people I'm meeting, I'm ready to get off here and go do some more work and add some more. So I'm very, very, very inspired by all of you. And I just continue.
Yes. Beautiful. Yeah. Azizi, you wanted to say something before you go?
I just wanted to say I feel truly blessed. I feel like this is the beginning of a lot of connections, and I really do believe that frequency is the real currency, and we are getting there. I look forward to more discussions with you ladies, and I think we need to keep this thing going for sure, for sure. Yeah, I'm inspired by all of you guys. I love you all, and I will reach out to you guys all individually as well after this.
Beautiful, including the Mitzi and the Bob and Rita Marley Foundation.
Yes, I.
You're there, Mitzi? Hello? You're there, Mitzi? I'm not hearing Mitzi, but the line is still open. Hello? The line is still open. All right. Hello? All right. Okay, Oshun, anything? Mitzi, are you there? Hello? Mitzi? Oh, hello? Okay, yes. Were you hearing? Were you hearing what the sisters were saying?
I was hearing everything. I said keep me in the loop with everything.
Okay, hold on. We're not. Hold on. 1 second. I have to put you back on the board. Okay, could you repeat what you just said now?
No, I said I was telling you to just keep me in the loop and to give thanks for the energy and the love from all the queens that I've heard since morning.
Okay.
So beautiful,
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, my sister. I know you're at a site visit, but we'll keep in touch. We have a lot of things to talk about. And of course, we'll definitely will keep you in the loop.
Give thanks. Perfect love.
All right, blessed love. Take care and thanks again. Wow, that was very powerful as well, sisters. That was very powerful. So, are you all still there?
Yes, we are.
Are you all all right. So, I just want to say thank you to all of you. This has, as I said, I've been having goosebump moments throughout the whole program. No, and it's not the AC. Trust me, it's genuine goosebumps.
Yes.
The connection here is so pure. The connection is so powerful. And I can see that we're going to be doing some major works together in terms of Mama.
Yes.
Sharon,
I forgot to tell you also, we have a museum, art museum, and a music studio. We just got the land here in Ghana, and we also going to be building it in Malawi. And that's giving the artists an opportunity to come in and learn about the instruments of what country we in, and also bring their instruments to teach the youth about the instrument and things and the music and things. So we're going to have an art studio and also a music studio, so people could come from around the world in Malawi, Ghana here, and other places that they're giving us the land to do that.
All right. 1 second. We're just going to take the time signal and come back and seal up. All right. You're in tune to Roots FM 96.1 on the FM band.
The national budget is everybody's business because it impacts every Jamaican. The time brought to you by the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service.
It is exactly 12 p.m. Thank you, Queens. Okay, we're sealing up now. Alavani, you were just saying that that's going to be on for this year as well?
Yes, we starting a project. They just granted the land, and we starting a project now. Now.
Now. All right, great. So that's it. That's the wrap. That's a wrap until next week. Remember, Lavoni, we're coming back on next week, Friday.
All right, blessing love to everybody.
Yes. And
see you soon. See you shortly.
Yes, see you soon.
Good work, everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. We have works to do, Sister Queens, and we're going to do it, and we're going to make them extremely succcessful and productive and Afrocentric as we continue to celebrate African History Month.
And then all-female reggae fest.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's gonna be a tour. That's a tour.
Yeah, I'm working on that now.
that
From
is a
Cayman
tour.
Islands all the way into Tanzania to Nigeria, we're working on it now.
All
So
right.
there's so many things in the pipeline we got to get done.
Wow. Yeah, and I just send you
Yeah.
lots of
It
love.
take a whole village to do this.
Yes,
You know?
I send lots of love and light to each one and protection in all that we're doing. Love, light, and protection in all that we're doing, in all the works that we're involved in. Bless you.
All right. Bless the Lord.
Thank you, ladies. God bless.
Thank you.
Ashe.
Bless you too.
Bless God.
Asheo.
Love and light.
Love and light.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bless up. Wow, that was so powerful. Conscious Reggae Party Hour, for Black History Month. And such an amazing set of queens that we're going to do some major work. And we'll keep you updated. Each Friday we're going to have the African Liberation Month celebrations on the Conscious Reggae Party Hour. What's going to be, what we're doing, what we need you to do, how we're going to work it together. Thanks again to Sister Mitzi. What a mouthful of information there that the Bob Marley and Rita Marley Foundation is doing. Really excellent work, and we thank you all. We're all working together, and we're working powerfully, and we continue to do so. Thank you. We're going to take a pause for the cause right about now on the community radio station 96.1 on the FM band. We keep it rocking, we keep it locking. As I say, ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. We're on the move. We're heading to Ghana. We're heading to, of course, Tanzania. We're heading to anywhere. Look here, we're just heading. We're heading, right? Okay.
And lend a voice to those.
Denise, Isis Miller with Roots Allergy, which is the in-week thriller from 10 a.m. Saturday.